students, I'm Narendra Verma once again before you. As you know very well that we are dealing with the third chapter in accountancy for class 12 CBSE syllabus, and that is goodwill, nature and its valuation. So in today's session we are going to cover average profit method, super profit method and capitalization of profit method. We'll take them one by one. Very first we'll talk about the theory related to these methods, and then we will do some numericals on all these, right? So without wasting much time, let's start. So the very first method for the valuation of goodwill is in your syllabus average profit method, right? And this average profit method can be applied in two ways, right? Okay, either you can calculate the value of goodwill by simple average profit or by weighted average profit. Okay, you can call them two separate methods as well. So one method under average profit method will be simple average profit and another will be weighted average profit method, right? So before proceeding further, let me tell you something about this average profit method. Like by the name it is clear, average profit means profit is supposed to be taken but on an average. What happens? Let's take one example for that. So here we can see that, say for example, there is some Mr. A. He is willing to sell his business which is going on by the name of Your Restaurant, and Mr. B is the buyer, right? Now in 2020, means on 31st March 2020, his profit was 1,50,000. This year the profit is 1,50,000. Last year it was 1,20,000, and before that 110, 140 and 1,50,000, right? So this is the record of 5 years profit of this organization. Okay, now if he is willing to buy his business, then he will see two things. One, then what is the value of the business? Say for the example, the value of the business is 20 lakh. Right. Okay, now Mr. A demands that I need 20 lakh plus goodwill. Okay, now question arises, what is the value of goodwill? Okay, now they both agreed that we will calculate the value of goodwill through average profit method on the basis of last 5 years profit. Okay, because in these 5 years Mr. A has established the business, he has made efforts, that is why he is earning this much amount of profit. Maybe possible when he started his business in the beginning, then he was not getting much profit. Okay, let's understand one more thing here, that he started business in 2010. Okay, and then there was nil profit. Okay, so when he started business in 2010, there was nil. So from nil to 1,50,000, he has brought it through his continuous efforts, right? So on the basis of those, they both agree to calculate the value. Now B thinks that, okay fine, Mr. A has put his efforts, he has brought the organization up to this level, that on an average it is giving 1,20,000 amount. Okay, on an average we are talking about, we need to calculate the average. Okay, but for how long this is going to work? The estimation has to be agreed between these two as well. Okay, so Mr. B thinks that, fine, that you have given your efforts and you are earning this much amount of profit. What I think that the name you have established, that is going to pay me only for next 4 years, not more than that. Okay, so A also says, okay fine, then it is decided that for 4 years I am going to take the benefit of your goodwill, right? Okay, now how the question is going to be solved, I am just going to tell you, but right now let's understand this example pretty well. Once again I tell you what happened. Mr. A started business in 2010 when he was making nil profit. Okay, then he kept on working hard. Okay, through his continuous efforts, he made the situation in 2016, he got 1,50,000, and continuously he made at least profit more than 1 lakh all the years, right? Now he is ready to sell his business and the total value of his business is 20 lakh. including assets and liabilities. Okay, now Mr. A is demanding from Mr. B that I need 20 lakh plus the value of goodwill. Now they both are there in the confusion that how to decide the value of goodwill. They both agree that we will follow the average profit method. Okay, we will see the 5 years profit and then we will take the average of that, and for how long I am going to take the benefit. B says that I will be taking more or less for 4 years the benefit of your goodwill. So we will calculate the goodwill on the basis of number of years purchased, that is 4 years. Okay, now we need to know how it is going to be calculated. Fine. Very first we are going to attempt this example through simple average profit method. Then we will tackle the same example with weighted average profit method, right? So very first we will have to take the average of all these 5 years profit, right? That comes out 1,34,000, the average profit. Okay, or we can name it average normal business profit. Now this is the average profit. Now we need to calculate the goodwill. Okay, so it has been decided that the B is going to take the benefit of this goodwill for next 4 years, right? So on the basis of that, the value of goodwill will be 1,34,000 multiply 4 comes out 5,36,000. So this 5,36,000 is the amount of goodwill. Okay, so it comes out 20 lakhs plus 5,36,000. So that is 25,36,000. So that amount we should give to A because they both have agreed for this method. Understood? So that is what the meaning of average profit method. Okay, now let's understand some theoretical part of that. See, why this method is suggested? This method is suggested because the past year performance is a kind of trend. Okay, on the basis of the every year's profit, the average profit Mr. A is earning yearly, that is 1,34,000. So there is the probability that every year this organization is going to give 1,34,000 around, right? Okay, so Mr. B, who is buying that business, he has this probability. And why this probability is there? On the basis of A's effort made, right? And for how long this will be the situation? Okay, because effect of goodwill may get amortized, we have already learned that. Okay, so in that case he estimates that for next 4 years he is going to take benefits. So that is why he just multiplied that. Okay, so total goodwill that was generated by Mr. A, the value of that goodwill is 5,36,000. Now Mr. B pays this amount to Mr. A, and now he can mention this amount in his books of account because he has paid the consideration for that. Understood the point? Okay, so why this method is taken? Because the past year performance can give you the better idea about the goodwill of the organization. Understood the point? Okay, now let's attempt this question on the basis of weighted average profit method. Fine. For that they have to decide one more thing, which is giving the weights. If they both decide that they will calculate the value of goodwill on the basis of weighted average profit, then they'll have to decide that what weights will be given. And generally the system is followed. The most recent year is given the higher weight. Okay, so 5 will be given to this, 4 will be given to this, 3 is given to this, and 2 is to this, and 1 is given to this, right? So in this way, may be possible that they both agree that the weights are given in the reversal manner. But this is the general phenomenon that the recent year profit gets the higher weightage. Okay, so this is better way to decide it because most recent can give you the better probability of next year. Okay, now let's calculate that through weighted average profit method. So what we did, we just made a table to calculate the product of profit and weights. Okay, so this is the year column, this is the profit column we have taken from here, and now these are the weights column. Okay, as they have decided about the weights. Okay, now this is the product. We multiplied profit into this weights, then we get this. Now you can see that total of product column is 19,90,000 and total of weights column is 15. Now we'll calculate weighted average profit, and that is
total of product divided by total of weights. So 19,90,000 is divided by 15, that is 1,32,667, that we have rounded off, right? So that is weighted average profit. Now we'll calculate the goodwill. Okay, so the goodwill is equal to weighted average profit multiply number of years purchase. Earlier we kept average profit multiply number of years purchase, but now weighted average profit multiply number of years purchase, and number of years purchase is given in this example 4. So the total comes out 5,30,668. That is what the value of goodwill through weighted average profit method, right? So that was very easy example. Such kind of question is not going to come in your examination. In a examination you will be having the question including some adjustment also. Okay, and for that we will have to chalk out some steps for the calculation through both the methods. So we'll move forward toward that. So very first we'll talk about steps to calculate value of goodwill by simple average profit method, right?
So you can have a look. When we are going to have the adjustment in the question, then what will be the steps for calculation of goodwill by simple average profit method? Okay, so very first step is to calculate normal business profit after adjustment. How? Because maybe possible that in different year different adjustments are given. So year by year, from profit to profit, we will do the adjustment. How we'll be doing? When I attempt the question, I'll show you. Okay, so if the profit includes any abnormal loss, see, there is a difference between normal and abnormal. Normal business profit means that the profit which is earned through the normal course of business operations, means all those activities are taken into consideration which are done normally in a business. Okay, but if you experience the loss by theft, if you experience the loss by fire, so that is not the normal loss, that is the abnormal loss. Okay, so if out of your profit abnormal losses have been deducted, then you need to add them, because these were the abnormal losses, these were not related to the normal course of business activities. Okay, and then loss on sale of fixed assets, because that is the part of the investment activities, that is not the part of the operating activities. So here, as we have already deducted that from the profit, so we are going to add it now. Okay, overvaluation of opening stock. If you have overvalued, means the opening stock has the value of 20,000 and you have mentioned the value that is 25,000, that means that you have shown the opening stock overvalued by 5,000. Okay, so that is going to decrease your profit. Okay, so that is why you are supposed to add it. The same situation is here, but the opposite manner, the undervaluation of closing stock. Okay, if you have mentioned your closing stock lower down the value, then it is going to decrease your profit. So as these are not done in the normal course of business activities, that's why these are supposed to be added back. Okay, non-recurring expenses, any kind of expenditure which is of the nature of non-recurring. Okay, or we can call it capital expenditure charged as revenue. Fine, so that has to be added. Okay, because you considered some expenditure as revenue, but it was a capital expenditure. So what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to add it. Okay, because you have wrongly deducted that. Now let's move on here. Abnormal gains. These are the things which are supposed to be added, and these are the things which are supposed to be deducted. Similarly, as abnormal losses are added, abnormal gains are deducted. Profit on sale of fixed assets, as this is added, this is supposed to be deducted. Okay, non-recurring incomes is supposed to be deducted. Income from non-trade investment, because investment are not related to your trade, that's why these are to be deducted, because that is related to investment part. Okay, partners remuneration, if it is not being deducted, it is supposed to be deducted. Or any other future expense like insurance, you have not deducted, so it's time to deduct it. Okay, so after doing the all adjustment, what you get, the adjusted profit, or you can call it normal business profit. Okay, and then the second step is just to calculate the average business profit. So as many years profit is given, we had a total of all those years, and then we divided with the number of years, we get the average business profit. And for calculation of goodwill in step 3, what we do, we multiply this average business profit into number of years purchase. I have already explained you what is number of years purchase. For as many years the another business is going to take the benefit of the goodwill. So if that timing is already agreed, so that is called number of years purchase. So in this way we can calculate the value of goodwill through simple average profit method. Similarly, let's understand the steps for calculation of goodwill by weighted average profit method, right? So these are the steps for calculation of goodwill by weighted average profit method. Okay, in case of adjustments are given. So the same very first step is similar to like simple average profit method. Very first we'll calculate the adjusted profit in the similar way, and then from step 2 we'll have to focus here. Step 2 is the calculation of weighted average profit. Okay, then total of product of adjusted profit and weights. Okay, so the product column that we made while I was giving you the example. Okay, the total will come here and the total of weights will come here, and then we'll get the weighted average profit, and in the step 3rd we will calculate the goodwill by multiplying weighted average profit into number of years purchase, right? So this is the way. Now we are going to attempt one numerical problem. Okay, and we will attempt that numerical problem by 2 of the methods, right? So the question you can see on your screen. I have written the question here. Let's read the question. Gaurav purchased Sambit's business on 1st April 2019. Goodwill was decided to be valued at 2 years purchase of average normal profit of last 4 years, right? So the average has to be taken of 4 years. Don't get confused between this and that. This is there for multiplying at last for calculation of goodwill, right? That is number of years purchase. The profits for the past 4 years were 2016 1,60,000, 17 2,90,000, 2018 3,20,000, 2019 4 lakh. Books of account reveal that abnormal loss of rupees 40,000 was debited to profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2016. Okay, so this adjustment is related to 2016. Okay, another, a fixed asset was sold in the year ended 31st March 2017, and gain means profit of rupees 50,000 was credited to profit and loss account. So this adjustment is related to this year. Okay, now let's read further. In the year ended 31st March 2018, assets of the firm were not insured due to oversight. Insurance premium was not paid, rupees 30,000. So that is related to 2018. Okay, and calculate the value of goodwill by 2 of the methods, right? So in this question, very first we are going to attempt it through simple average profit method, and then we will attempt the same question by weighted average profit method. But for attempting it through this second method, we need the weights. Weights are not given, then we will follow the general procedure. We will give weights, higher weight to this, and then so on. Okay, now let's start that. So what was the step 1? Step 1 is there just to calculate the adjusted profit. Okay, so let's do that. So this is the format. We will be making 4 columns because for each year profit we have to make the adjustment, and thereafter we have to calculate the adjusted profit, which will be called normal business profit. Okay, because all the abnormal things we are separating from that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now we have mentioned the year as well as profit. Now we are talking about the adjustment. So one adjustment is related to 2016, and what is that? Abnormal loss. So I have already explained you in the format that the abnormal loss is supposed to be added. Okay, so we'll write it down here. How much it is? 40,000. Any other adjustment may be possible that there are there are more than one adjustment related to 1 year. So all will have to adjust here, right? For adding, we will write in this way, and if something needs to be subtracted, we will mention it in bracket. Okay, so we'll add it here. It will become 2 lakh. Okay, now one more adjustment we have related to 2017. So let's see here. So here that is the abnormal gain. Okay, so abnormal gain is supposed to be deducted. So this 50,000 is supposed to be deducted, right? We mentioned it in bracket because we are supposed to deduct it. how much it comes out. Now next, it is related to this 3,20,000. Okay, what is that? The insurance was not paid. Fine, so it is supposed to be paid, and in this year there is no adjustment. We'll leave it blank. Now we'll make the total of that. That will be known as adjusted profit, or you can call it total adjusted profit. How much it is? 11,30,000. Right? Okay. Now we'll go to second step. And what is the second step? To calculate average business profit. And how it will be calculated? The total will be mentioned here, and we'll divide it with number of years. And how many years are there? There are 4 years. Let's see how much it comes out. 2,82,400. 2,82,500. Okay, so that is what the average business profit. Now the last step is there to calculate the value of goodwill. I just mentioned it here. And what is the formula there? Average business profit multiply number of years purchase. Means for how many years this goodwill is going to give the advantage to the buyer. Okay, so we'll put the values here. 2,82,500 multiply. Now you'll get this in question, 2 years. Okay, let's calculate that. So this 5,65,000 is the value of goodwill by simple average profit method, including the adjustment. Understood? We just followed these steps and we did that. Okay, now let's attempt the same question with the another method, that is the weighted average profit method. Okay, so this is the calculation of goodwill by weighted average profit method. Here the step 1 is the same one, calculation of adjusted profit. So already for each year we have calculated the adjusted profit. We'll put the direct value here, and the step 2 is there. From here the procedure will be different. Calculation of weighted average profit, and for that we'll have to make a table. Okay, so we'll mention the adjusted profit here. Already we have calculated year wise. Very first let's mention the year 2016, 17, 18 and 19, right? Adjusted profit we are going to mention. So for this you can go back to the video. Okay, because already we have calculated these values in the simple average profit method. Now we need to give the weights, and I told you that the weights are given the way like the recent year must get the highest weight. Okay, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you saw that this is the recent year and it has got the highest weight. Now let's do the multiplication. Now we have to make the total of that. What is the total? Let's see. 31,50,000. Alright, now we'll go to step 3rd. And what is the step 3rd? Calculation of goodwill. So this 31,50,000 is the total of the product, but we have not just calculated the weighted average profit. So we'll apply the formula here. Weighted average profit is equal to the total of the product of profit and the weights, that is 31,50,000, divided by total of weights. And what is the total of weight? And so that is 3,15,000. Okay, this 3,15,000 is what? Weighted average profit. Now we need to calculate value of goodwill under step 3. So goodwill is equal to weighted average profit multiply with number of year of purchase. What is the number of years of purchase? That is 2. What comes out? 6,30,000. So this is the value of goodwill through weighted average profit method. Understood? So this is the way how you can attempt a question by simple average method or weighted average profit method. Okay, this is all about this topic. Now let's move on to another method, that is super profit method.